I'm Gerald Naler-Smith with Team Inertia Drift. I'm a new driver for East10 Pro-am Drift and also a new driver for Vengeance Clutch right here, which they picked me up, sent me a new clutch, and today we are going to install this into my Nissan 240SX. It's exactly a fucking 19. That's cool as hell. Look at that. Woo! Showing off them Harbor Freight tools, baby. These are the flywheel bolts. The Vengeance clutches provided. Put a little Loctite on them so they don't back out with all that horsepower.
What size socket is that?
It's a 19mm 12-point socket to use for these right here.
Whoop.
19 mil. So I always myself, I just go from the top, bottom, kind of, you know, crisscross your patterns like this. And don't just force this top one completely down the first try. As soon as it starts snugging it down a little bit, move your way down here. You start feeling it snug down a little bit more here, move yourself over here. Same thing, keep going, same forth. And I go back and forth at least 2 or 3 times till I get it all the way down. And then I'm gonna come back through with a torque wrench and we're gonna actually torque it all the way down. And also what I'm doing here is taking a little bit of rubbing alcohol and just cleaning the face of this off of any kind of oils or debris like that, so that way we know our clutch discs get good connection and there ain't nothing from shipping or anything like that, dust or any contaminants that are going to be inside of this right here. So just make sure you wipe it down real good and nice and clean, let it air out, and then we'll install the rest of it after we get done torquing these bolts down.
The pliers are wedged in between the starter to keep the flywheel from moving.
We're cranking these down to 75 foot-pound. So first we're going to put our first clutch disc in, which says the trans side of engine disc. That goes up in here first. Then Josh is going to hand us the next piece that goes in, which is pretty much like the middle flywheel part. And again, there's these slots. I'll show you here in just a second. They got these actually sitting in. So on this, they got this little slot here on this piece of flywheel. There's 3 spots. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You put them right on that. Really simple and easy to install. And once we got our first one, we take our second one, which is going to be the trans side of trans disc. We put that one in next. Use our tool here to kind of help us line all this up here. We can get it in there. There we go. Hold that there for a second while he brings the rest of this over. So they have dial pins that are here, 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 that you gotta line up. And they all, once they all fit, should be good to go. They also have a yellow marking at the top of here that helps you kind of line it up to make it kind of easier on yourself. And then we're going to take that blue Loctite that they sent us, and we're going to put them on these.
Yeah, this is Loctite 243 blue.
And these are the Allen keys that are going to hold pretty much the outside of our clutch system together to hold the plates and everything in place. And we're only going to install these pretty much hand tight for now to kind of hold everything into place. Is that all of them? And that is going to be a size 6mm Allen key. And we're going to pretty much do the same thing. We're going to snug. You can start at the bottom, the top, it doesn't matter. Just snug a little bit on one. And then we're going to move up. And you want to make sure that this right here is pretty much centered in between all of your fins right here. Once you got that centered is when you want to be able to tighten everything down. If you don't have that centered, loosen things back up and move that around to be to where it's in the center. Now I myself don't like to use no power tools on this point because I like to actually feel what I'm doing so you don't go stripping nothing out.
But if it was me, Milwaukee all day.
Yeah.
Just run them up.
And that's how you ruin stuff. So don't listen to him.
You know why they dot these red?
No.
Huh?
So they know the torque?
They do not want you to move it because by the time you touch this to here, this is going to touch this disc. So you'll knock the adjustment out of it.
We'll go with 37. No. We're going to torque these down to 37 foot-pounds of torque. He's going to stick this right into here into the starter to where this don't spin around. And we're going to go around and make sure these are all torqued down to 37 foot-pounds. I always go back through the next couple and just double check, make sure you got them, because you know once you put that transmission back on here, there is no double checking. God forbid you have one of these bolts come back out on you. You're gonna hate life. There we go. And then once you have everything done, you should be able to slide this in and out with kind of ease. That's how you know everything is lined up. When this slides in and out real nice and easy is when you know you got everything lined up, once everything is torqued down. And then once you get to this, we're going to move on to doing some measuring from our bell housing to inside of these teeth So that way we know the distance to put our throwout bearing, because our throwout bearing we want to sit back just a little bit off of what these teeth are.
There you go. These should all be bell housing bolts. That's transmission bolts. These should be for the for this. We're getting ready to put the bell housing back on the car. We're gonna have to pull down on the header because the motor is so level now, because we have really good motor mounts in here, so there's no point in loosening them up. So we're just gonna pull it down a little bit, let them feed the bell housing in there, get it bolted up. Got that thing.
Yep. Right now we're going to measure the distance from our fins right here on our clutch to the outside of this bell housing right here up to our fin, just like so, and that'll give us a measurement. And you want to do this a few times in a couple different areas. So like right now I got this number and I'm going to tell him over there and have him write it down, which we have 94.90 millimeters. I'm going to check in one more spot, see if we get kind of the same area. We're going to do this, zero this out, and we're going to move it into a different spot, and we're going to do the same thing again. We'll go down until we hit one of our fins, and that gave me 95.31. We're going to do it one more time just to be on the safe side and go straight up and down. Zero this out. Go back in. And I have 95.80. So we're going to take those three numbers and just kind of average it out. So what do we end up getting? 94.90, 95.31. 95.80.
Well, you're gonna be.
I would just stick with the one that's in the center, because this isn't really that much. So we're gonna go with a 95.31. So right.
Got transmission fluid all over it.
Here.
That's not gonna work like that.
Well, it's gotta go up on that.
Okay.
Keep going. A little more. Just a little more. Okay, hold up. You can go down a little more. Alright, hold up.
Oh.
No, not yet. Keep the fluid in there.
No. We ain't doing all that. You said what now?
I'm gonna strip that.
The slot needs to go over. It's like that. Just like so.
Yeah,
It's called reaming new hole.
fucking right.
Now tighten it all up.
Again, my name is Gerald Naler-Smith, and that is how you install a Vengeance clutch in a Nissan 240SX with a T56 with an LS engine inside of it.